Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division 4 semifinals rematch from week 1 of the season, featuring the visiting Escalon Cougars now taking the field against the host Los Banos Tigers. Escalon enters tonight's game with a 10-2 overall record. Los Banos counters with an 11-1 record on the season. Just to see how both teams got here, Los Banos hosted Somerville in the first round, defeated them 41-18 as the number 5 seed, and then they traveled up to Capital Christian last week, taking on the 4 seed, where they took a 14-14 tie at halftime and turned it into a 42-14 victory against the host Cougars. Escalon, as the number 8 seed, hosted Calaveras in the first round and defeated the Redskins 44-14. And then last week, went up to the Hills to take on Placer High, the number 1 seeded team in the Division 4 finals. And with Placer clinging to a 26-24 lead, the kick heard around the section last week, ladies and gentlemen. That was Thomas Denise kicking the game-winning field goal as time expired to bring Escalon right here to Los Banos for a semifinal rematch. These two teams met in week 1 on August 24th. Same site, same teams. Los Banos pulled out a 34-32 victory after outscoring the Cougars 16-7 in the fourth quarter. Some notes from that game: Philip Kimball, the quarterback for Escalon, was 12 of 17, which is a season high in completions, 117 yards and a touchdown. As a team, Escalon had 268 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns. Jason Robbins led all receivers for Escalon with 5 catches, 61 yards and a touchdown. Alec Van Alvensleben, who's turned into a late season hero in the receiving corps for the Cougars, had 2 catches for 23 yards. And Nathan 2K Chun had 27 carries for 116 yards and 3 of those rushing touchdowns. 7 different ball carriers handled the ball for the Cougars in that season opener. Defensively, they were led by Jonathan Costa, who had 10 tackles. And Denise started the year kicking right with a 38-yard field goal in the first quarter. For Los Banos, Chris Corpus came out on fire, 16 of 18, 251 yards passing with 4 touchdowns. James Sams, who's 124 yards short of 2,000 himself, 22 rushes for 91 yards and a touchdown and 2 two-point conversions. As a team, Los Banos racked up 144 yards rushing with the 1 touchdown by Sams. Dayton West, who had 8 catches for 130 yards and 1 touchdown. Devontae Didi Moore, Keith Turner, and Alec Barcelos also added a touchdown for the Tigers. Something to point out that's come a long way since then: the Tigers had 0 PATs in that game. They had their 141 rushing yards was their second lowest total of the season, other than a 102-yard total against Pacheco in week 10 of the season. This will be a different look for the Tigers, though, as they come into this game. Their leading receiver, Dayton West, will be missing his 2nd straight playoff game, as we are told disciplinary reasons. So speaking of past opponents, as we just did, we'd like to welcome to the booth Pacheco High School head coach Dave Snap, who is the one of 2 coaches in the section to have faced both of these teams this season. Coach Snap led the Young Panthers team to their first playoff berth this year with first year of seniors. Coach Snap, welcome to the booth.
Hey, good evening, Charlie. Thanks for having me. Had good Thanksgiving for you?
Yes, how about you?
Very good, thank you.
Awesome. So Coach, let's let's look at what you guys did against both these teams. I mean, obviously, these are two of the best teams in Division 4, as that's why they're still standing. But you go back and look at their schedule. You held Escalon to 21 points, their lowest total of the season. You held Los Banos to 10 points. Combined, that 31 points is still 5 points less than what each team averages by themselves per game. So let's look at Escalon first. You know, they're a strong power running team. What did you guys look at, and what were your keys to trying to hold them defensively?
Well, we knew they were coming in, that they were going to be a heavy run team, and we tried to slide our fronts a little bit and slow down the Chun kid. He's an outstanding football player, and he is the focal point of their offense, but by no means is he the lone ball carrier for their offense. They they run a pretty significant offense, kind of got a lot of deception to it, and but we tried to take Chun away. Not so sure how well we did at that, but we tried to also stay on their counter plays quite a bit and force them to pass, and it turned into a real knockdown, drag them out fight against Escalon. If you can slow down their running game and get them off the field, keep them in long distance situations, then you're going to force them to the air, and they don't really want to pass as much as as little as possible, really. And
you'd have to agree that there's a huge benefit from the fact that these kids are running this same offense from basically 6-7 years old. I mean, it's a one high school town, one Pop Warner team. They're doing this, and the continuity and the comfortableness of running this has got to be a major impact.
Oh yes, definitely. It's a huge part of their success. As they come up through the levels, they know what they're doing, what the base is, and what they're building off. And by the time they get to Mark and his staff, he's just adding some wrinkles and fine-tuning a lot of stuff. But as for technique and fundamentals, you won't find a better football team than Escalon.
All right, now let's go across the field here. Week 10, huge matchup for your Panthers. Weren't quite sure still if you guys were in the playoffs, so sitting at 5-4, you approach this as a must-win game. You end up coming into Loftin Stadium, holding the host Tigers to 10 points. What was your game plan going into that one?
It was really to, get after James Sams early in the game and also put pressure on Chris Corpus early. A tendency we saw over time was Corpus, if he gets hit early, gets a little shaky in the pocket and starts to get rid of the ball a little quicker than he needs to or wants to. And I think that's the key for Escalon tonight. If they can put pressure on Corpus early and hit him a couple times early, he's going to be looking to get rid of the ball and not have the timing down with his receivers he's going to need. And then James Sams is an outstanding football player. We do the one thing with Los Banos, who's getting the football probably 80% of the time, and so it's a little bit easier to key on him in their offense. And that was coming in and stopping him and following wherever he went was a big key for us. And then getting after Corpus early. And I think Escalon learned some things early in week 1 that they kind of sat back and let Corpus pick them apart a little bit. And I would be surprised if that happened again tonight.
Okay, so. I'm not going to have you fire up any of the hometown faithful of Los Banos that might be watching, so I won't ask for a prediction, just other than hoping for a really good ball game.
Yes, so, I think it'll be a great football game.
All right, Coach Snabb, I'd like to thank you for taking some time out, and I know these seats are filling up quick over here, so I'm sure you'll have to go and fight to get over to yours here shortly.
Definitely. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Charlie. Have a good night. Have a good call on, babe.
All right, thanks. All right, let's go around the section right now where we have Division 1. Number 1 seeded Franklin of Elk Grove is hosting number 5 Granite Bay. Number 3 Oak Ridge travels to Burbank. In Division 2 action, number 1 Folsom is hosting number 5 Buhack Colony. And we do have some crews on hand there, so we'll be getting some scores from that. Number 3 Elk Grove is hosting number 15. Yes, that is correct. Number 15 seed Del Oro, who snuck in as a 5-5 seed, but everybody around this section knows you get Del Oro in the playoffs and there's going to be some trouble. In Division 3, number 1 seed Oakdale hosts number 4 seed American Canyon, and number 6 Intercom travels to Vista del Lago. And again in Division 4, we have the number 5 seed Los Banos Tigers hosting number 8 seed Escalon Cougars. And just up the road, number 6 seed Central Catholic is hosting number 10 Center of Antelope. All right, let's take a look at tonight's Tail of the Tape. This one's just as much about the teams as it is about their coaches. Escalon is 10-2. They finished 5-1 in the TVL, second behind Ripon. Los Banos enters at 11-1 with a 5-1 record in the WAC, second behind Central Catholic. Head coaches are Mark Luero and Dustin Carpresso. Luero is in his 23rd season with Carpresso in his first. Overall record for the coaches, 239 wins for Luero, 11 for Carpresso. 9 section titles for the old ball coach from Escalon, 1 state title. Now to the teams. You can see the rushing and passing yards are quite similar, and both of them are putting up over 35 points per game.
Welcome to Carlisle Loftin Stadium.
Well, let's
home of the Los Banos Tigers.
take a look at both teams here.
We would like to extend a friendly welcome
Defensively
to our guests from
for the host Tigers. Here's their starting lineup, as brought to you by Coach Dustin Carpresso. Alec Barcelos, Josh Priest, Darren Beatty, Devontae Moore. You'll hear him called Didi over the course of the night. Nathan Vanderpool, Arturo Gonzalez, Marcus Rico, Draytel Blackwell, Keith Turner, Logan Pimentel, sophomore call-up, and Jacob Manriquez. Countering that defensively for the Cougars,
Tiger co-captains for tonight.
Josh Redding, Robert Steves, Ben Hood, Colin Strasser, Alan Gonzalez, Jason Robbins, Jonathan Costa, Alec Van Albensleben, Lance Davis, Brent Montgomery, and Joey Gutierrez.
Number 28,
Let's take a look offensively here for the host Tigers. Chris Corpus, Delvonte Moore, James Sams, Michael Severino, Josh Priest, Marcus Rico, Alec Barcelos, Keith Turner, Armando Pelayo, Marcus Carrillo, and Javier Moreno. And finally, for the Cougars, quarterback Philip Kimball, wide receiver Alec Van Albensleben, Nathan Chun, 2,000-yard running back, Brent Montgomery, Alex Luero, Troy Doggett, Robert Steves, Jason Robbins, Tyson Pomiknik, Alan Gonzalez, and Andrew Zavala. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just a few minutes away from kickoff. I'd like to ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy what figures to be a superb ball game. We will have the national anthem sung here shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the playing of the national
As the
anthem.
colors come onto the field, our colors presented this evening by the Los Banos American Legion Post 166 and the VFW Post 2487, under the direction of Mr. Benny Gamino, assisted by Mr. Robert Strauch, Mr. Jim Valentine, Mr. Randy Williamson, Mr. Richard Vasquez, and Mr. Jess Madrano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for a good one. before we get going here, we'll take a look at some players to watch from both teams. First, for the visiting Cougars, keep an eye on their quarterback, number 7, Philip Kimball. Comes into the game with 1,445 yards passing, 10 touchdowns, and 1 touchdown rushing. Oh, we got a kickoff coming up here, so we'll get to some more of these players of the game here shortly.
Number 89, Bebeto Robles.
Bebeto Robles tees it up for the Tigers.
Can you please stand for the kickoff?
Back to receive for Escalon, number 5, Josh Redding. And here we go. Redding takes it on the hop.
Josh Redding, the Cougar ball carrier.
Looks like he gets that one out to about the 31-yard line where the Cougars will take over. 1st and 10.
Brought down by number 46, Daniel Vallejo.
Daniel Vallejo in on the tackle for the host Tigers.
It'll be 1st down Cougars on their own 31-yard line.
Keep an eye on number 34, ladies and gentlemen. One of the Stanislaus District's only 2,000-yard rushers, Nathan Chun. And fittingly enough, first play is to Chun.
Chun, the ball carrier.
Chun comes into this game 301 carries, 2,014 yards rushing, 31 touchdowns on the season. Brings up a 2nd and 7. Again, as we talked about in the pregame show, these kids up here at Escalon have been running basically the same offense since they're probably 6 or 7 years old. Chan has to come out of the game. Possibly a blood issue. Replacing him is Justin Camara. Fake the handoff. Kimball drops back. Has a lot of running room over here to the right side. He's going to pick up the Cougars' first down. Takes that from the 34 out to about the 47. Gain of 13 for Kimball. Brought out of bounds by wide receiver defensive back Keith Turner for the Tigers. Turner's one of 5 two-way starters here tonight for the Tigers. Last week it played a huge role against Capital Christian as the host Cougars from Capital Christian just wore themselves out as the game went on. Chun just churning those legs ahead for another 3 yards.
Drawing the ball carrier. Brought down by Darren Beatty.
Darren Beatty in on the tackle.
Pick up a 3 on the play, brings up a 3rd and 7 for the Cougars. Ball spotted on the Tiger 49-yard line.
This is a very methodical approach that the Cougars love to employ. Gives to Josh Redding, who went in motion across the line.
Brought down by Vanderpool.
Nathan Vanderpool, after about a gain of 2. 2 yards there are for Redding. Brings up 3rd and 5. Keep an eye, folks, on number 71 on the offensive line. Last week, Joey Gutierrez went up against one of the section's best defensive linemen up at Placer and held his own. See how he does tonight against this Tigers rush. Draytel Blackwell finds his way right through that line and ends up sacking Kimball. Takes the ball back from the 46 all the way to the 42. It's a 12-yard loss.
Tigers, number 23, Keith Turner.
That brings up 4th and about 17. Alec Van Albensaven back to punt. And 23, Keith Turner back to return for the Tigers. Has some running room on the right side. Makes one move, makes a man miss. Brings it back to about the 45-yard line where the Tigers will start. I'd like to take a moment to thank our corporate sponsors this evening: Les Schwab Tires, Farmers Insurance, Crystal Creamery, Play On Sports, Sports Authority, Wilson Sporting Goods, CSEA, Max Preps, and CCPOA. All right, and if you're going to keep an eye on somebody tonight, check out number 28, James Sams. 1,824 yards rushing this year for the Tigers, but Turner gets the ball first man through in motion. A lot of room on that left side. And from that spot, looks like they're going to give him a first down. 10-yard run on the first play of the game for Turner.
On the Cougar 45-yard line. Starting offense for the Tigers. Tight end,
Turner is the leading receiver in the game for the Tigers with 604 yards receiving and 6 touchdowns on the season.
Right guard, number 53, Marcus Carrillo.
And Corpus comes back under center this time. Give is to Sams up the middle. Or it looks like he's met up by Josh Redding and Robert Steves.
Tigers, number 78, Javier Moreno.
Gain of about 5 for Sams.
Michael Severino. Left tackle, number 51, Armando Paleo. A wide receiver, Keith Turner. And number 85, Alec Marcellus. At quarterback for the Tigers.
Defensively for these Cougars, keep an eye on number 6, Jonathan Costa, and 52, Lance Davis, the leading tacklers for Escalon this season. Corpus back in the shotgun now.
Corpus pass completed to Sakaros.
And that's Tyler Sakaros, the backup quarterback, with a reception there.
Pick up a 9 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 1 for the Tigers.
And Corpus, just like he did last week, starts off with a completion.
James Sams. A fullback, number 21, D.D. Moore.
Corpus back under center this time. Give is to Sams. Pulls a couple defenders along, but should be enough for a Tiger first down.
Brought down by Jonathan Costa.
Leading tackler Costa in on the stop right there.
Officials timeout for a measurement.
And we're going to get our first measurement of the evening. You know, Les Schwab, we take pride in doing the right thing in our communities. It's why we are title sponsor of the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Football Championships. It allows us the opportunity to support our great young people in the communities we serve. Les Schwab Tires and the CIF, dedicated to supporting today's youth to help make a better tomorrow.
Tigers.
And that's a first down for the Tigers. They'll start this for 1st and 10 from the 35. Clock goes back in motion. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Play action. Sets up the screen.
Pass completed to Sams.
Sams takes the play action and then is the recipient of the pass.
52, Lance Davis.
Lance Davis in on the stop. About a gain of 3.
Gain of 3 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 7 for the Tigers.
And the number 5 seed Buhack Colony has jumped out to a 3-0 lead over number 1 seed Folsom. Gives to Sams off the left side, but there's a lot of white jerseys over on that side of the field. Maybe a gain of 1. We'll give him 1 on that. There's a 3rd and 6.
Along with Brent Montgomery.
Corpus has Moore and Sams in the backfield. The fake is to Sams. He's got 2 receivers out to the right. He slips and almost picked off by Van Alvensleben. I didn't see anybody stopping him if he came up with that ball right there. Well, first decision of the night for Carpresso. 4th and 6 from about the 31. A field goal would be about 48 yards, and their kicker Robles definitely has a leg. Corpus is coming back out. I think we're going to have a 4th down try. A lot of confidence early in his defense. And we're going to get timeout called on the field.
Timeout called for by the Tigers.
Timeout by Los Banos. Their first of the evening. Farmers Insurance is a proud sponsor of the California Interscholastic Federation. Call 1-800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com to find a local agent. We are insurance. We are farmers. It looks like Carpresso must have seen something he didn't like defensively in the setup for the Cougars. So here we go. They'll come back out. They're still going to go for it. Corpus has just Sams with him in the backfield. D.D. Moore set to the left. 2 receivers and a tight end split out to his right. Play action. And they're going to give it to him. Well, it's an interception. Alec Van Alvensleben with the pick. And actually, that might have actually hurt Escalon, considering they would have had the ball around the 32-yard line. Now they're going to start with it 1st and 10 from about the 16. But first turnover of the evening goes the Cougars' way. Kimball brings the offense back out on the field. See if they look to get Van Alvensleben going offensively. Inside give to number 20, Jason Robbins.
Robbins, the ball carrier. Brought down by Alec Barcelos.
Alec Barcelos in on the stop for the Tigers. Gain of 4 on the play for Robbins. There's a 2nd and 6 set up here. I think that's what this Cougars offense is going for, 3 or 4 yards of play. Keep it 3rd and manageable when they can. Motion goes through to set up a lead block for Chun.
Brought down by Logan Pimentel.
Sophomore call-up Logan Pimentel playing linebacker. Stops him, but not until he gains 2 or 3 on the play.
Jacob Enriquez. Number 86, Marcus Rico. Number 11, Arturo Gonzalez. Number 44, Darren Beatty. Number 19, Logan Pimentel. A defensive back.
And up in Elk Grove, Granite Bay jumps out to a quick 7-0 lead over Franklin of Elk Grove. 8:55 left in the first quarter after a 43-yard touchdown run. Motion comes through. Backside gives to Robbins, but he is going nowhere. Might have even been stopped for a loss.
By Josh Priest.
Loses 1 on it. And that's going to force the Cougars into their 2nd punt of the evening.
Brings up a 4th down for the Cougars.
Up in Oakdale, Number 4 seed American Canyon has jumped out on top 6-0 after a 5-yard touchdown from Chris Seasey. Von Elbenslaven back to punt. Almost gets it blocked. Gets off a great kick. Turner takes it around the 45-yard line. And Jacob Enriquez makes a touchdown-saving play. And we got some laundry on the field. There might be a penalty here. Block in the back against Los Banos means we're going to move it back to almost where Turner took the kick. 1st and 10 from about the 42. Crystal Creamery is an official sponsor of the Sac Joaquin section. Crystal Creamery, your local dairy, is proud to support local athletes. Well, now Los Banos sets up in their traditional I set. Haven't given the ball to Moore yet. I got to believe he might be getting it. No, it's Sam's on the toss. And takes 3 Escalon Cougar defenders to bring him down. But he picks up about 3 on the play. Okay, they're going to give him 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Central Catholic has now jumped out 7-0 over Center. 7 minutes left in the first quarter in our other D4 semifinal. Corpus drops back. Almost taken down in the backfield and turns it into a first down.
That'll be a first down Tigers on the Cougar 46-yard line.
Tell you what, Colin Strasser broke through that line and almost had himself a big sack and turns into a 10-yard gain there for Corpus. Tigers have the ball at the Escalon 46-yard line. Sticking with their traditional running set, Barcelos goes in motion. We have a flag on the play. Early flag, usually an indicator of a false start. Penalty is against the Tigers. The first penalty of the evening. Sets them back 5 yards. Takes it over to the 49-yard line. A little over 2 minutes left here in the first quarter of a scoreless ball game. Los Banos employs the set where they have the quarterback run the plays in each play, so we'll see if that takes into play later on. Game wears on, kids get tired. That's 85. That's Alec Barcelos.
Brought down by Costa along with Steves.
Costa and Steves on the stop. It's a gain of about 10.
That'll be 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. Ball spot on the 41-yard line.
Corpus starting out 3 of 5 so far. Little intermediate routes could be setting up something big. Von Albenslaven's over guarding 23. Keith Turner, the Tigers' top receiver. Good matchup to watch at the bottom of your screen right there. Give is to Sams. And he's met at the line of scrimmage, maybe gains 1 yard. Going to set up about 3rd and 5. Jason Robbins in there, one of the two-way players here for Escalon.
Along with number 68, Brett Montgomery.
Both teams trying to establish their running game here early. Corpus drops back though this time. Finds Turner for enough for a first down.
First down Tigers.
Gain of about 7 on there.
34-yard line.
Buhat Colony has kicked their second field goal of the game and now leads number 1 seed Folsom 6-0. Sam's looking to break through, but number 71, Alan Gonzalez, with a touchdown saving stop, but he gains about 7 on the play. Going to give him 6 on that. 2nd and 4 for the Tigers. And at the end of one, 0-0.
At the end of the first quarter, the Cougars 0 and your Tigers 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, the officials for this game have been provided by the Southern Area of Northern California.
Play On Sports is the official webcaster for all CIF Sac Joaquin Section Championship events. Visit CIF-SacJoaquin.tv with your phone, tablet, or computer to see all of this year's championship events, either live or on demand. Play On Sports. It all starts here. Listen up, sports fans. Stop by your local Sports Authority where you'll find everything you need for your favorite sports. Sports Authority is proud to be the official sporting good retailer of the CIF. Sports Authority. All things sporting good. Well, not much going on in that first quarter as Los Banos piled up 49 yards of offense and Escalon all on the ground with 14. Second down here to start the quarter at the Escalon's 27-yard line. Barcelos in motion. Give is to Sams, who's hit hard, short of the first down.
Brought down by Josh Redding.
Gain of 2. Brings up about a 3rd and 1.
It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Tigers.
Big play for this Escalon defense is looking to get off the field. And the give is to Moore, the fullback up the middle.
Moore, the ball carrier.
And drives ahead. Looks like it's going to be a first down. That's the 5th Tiger first down of the half compared to Escalon's 1.
Lance Davis.
By this point in the August 24th game, we had seen 22 points scored combined. Tonight, 0.
Cougar 23-yard line.
Play action. Turner, 23 yards on the toss. Touchdown, Tigers.
That touchdown brought to you by Source's True Value Hardware.
And Oakdale has countered back. 11 plays, 70 yards. Nicky Ryan, 5-yard touchdown run. And a Harity PAT. So Oakdale leads American Canyon 7-6. Bebeto Robles with the kick. That is up and good. And with 10:54 left in the first quarter, or first half, Los Banos now leads Los Banos Tigers 7-0. Or Los Banos leads Escalon 7-0. Official football supplier of the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Championship Contest is Wilson. Thank you, Wilson Sporting Goods. All right, Redding back to return the kick
Could you please stand for the kickoff?
for Escalon. Robles tees it up at the 40. Here we go. Second kick of the game. Sends Redding running, catches it on the run and brings it out
Brought down by Arturo Gonzalez.
to about the 22-yard line, where Escalon will take over 1st and 10 from the 22.
Cougars on their own 23-yard
Now, the
line.
California School Employees Association represents the 230,000 hardworking men and women who keep our public school students safe, well-fed, and ready to learn. CSEA is honored to partner with the CIF Sac Joaquin section, as together we work to enhance the lives of all students. Okay, first drive of the second quarter for the Cougars. Send a man in motion.
John, the ball carrier.
Give the ball backside to Nathan Chun.
Brought down by Darren Beatty.
Working very hard for those 2 yards there on that carry. Brings up a 2nd and 8. This team last week in their decisive fourth quarter victory over Placer held the ball for 9 minutes, I believe we were told, in the fourth quarter. Kimball back to pass. Going long, throws one up to Van Alvensleben, and that is no good. Defended there by D.D. Moore.
Brings up a 3rd down for the Cougars.
So 3rd and long. And Folsom has just got a 12-yard touchdown, taking the lead 7-6 over Buhack. Kimball back to pass again. Fires with a quick strike to number 3, Jacob Salvador. Not sure if Kimball plays baseball, but that was a fast ball right there.
First down, Cougars on their own 37-yard line.
Del Oro trails Elk Grove 14-0 in the second quarter. Granite Bay is up on top of Franklin of Elk Grove 14-0 as we have number 20, Robbins, breaking around the right side.
Brought down by Keith Turner.
Looks to be a gain of about 3. Checking those scores across the section. A lot of potential upsets. And Chun still on his feet. Keeps those legs going. That's going to be close to a Cougar first down. Check the spot here. Very good Cougar spot. Enough for a first down. It's not much, but 7 yards is a good little chunk of field there for Chun. Ball spotted around the 48-yard line. Man in motion. Ball's given to Chun again. And that looks like another Cougar first down. Have to wait for the spot. Yes, it is. Another 10-yard run for Chun.
On the Tiger 43-yard line.
When he gets going like this, it opens up so much more for this offense. Ball's now around the 42-yard line. Fake is to Chun, and Robbins coming around the backside. Has a lot of room. And he's going to pick up 11 yards and another first down.
Knocked out of bounds by Marcus Rico, along with Keith Turner.
3 straight runs, 3 straight first downs for the Cougars.
First down, Cougars on the Tigers.
Escalon has the ball down to the Tiger 29. Kimball running the play back in for Coach Luero. Give is to Chun. And the workhorse plows his way through for about another 5 yards.
Brought down by Darren Beatty.
Darren Beatty in on the stop for the Tigers, along with number 9, Nathan Vanderpool.
Brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Cougars. Ball spot on the 25-yard line.
Both teams have run 16 plays. The only thing different right now is a 23-yard scoring strike from Corpus to Turner. Chun gets the ball again, breaks through the middle. Another first down as he goes from the 25-yard line down to looks like around the 12, 13-yard gain there for Chun. And we have a timeout on the field. Timeout
called for by the Cougars.
By Escalon. That's Escalon's first timeout of the half. And you can hear it in the background here. And we're sitting over here on the Escalon side of the field, folks, and momentum seems to have shifted as they are looking to answer that call back from the Tigers after the Corpus to Turner 23-yard scoring strike. Max Preps is a proud sponsor and official photographer of the CIF. View and purchase high-quality action photos from today's event by visiting www.maxpreps.com. Visit maxpreps.com now on your mobile phone for access to scores, rosters, schedules, leaderboards, and more. maxpreps.com, America's source for high school sports. Correction on that last play, the timeout was called by Los Banos, so that leaves Los Banos with 1 timeout in the half. Escalon still has all 3. Cougars in the red zone for the first time tonight. And the give is to number 6, Jonathan Costa. Picks up about 4 on the play. So that's up about 2nd and 6 for Escalon. Give is to Robbins in motion as he tries to get outside, turns it upfield, and it takes a gang of Tigers to stop him. But he picks up about 5 yards. And they're going to make it 3rd and about 1. Granite Bay is now taking a 17-0 lead against 12-0 Franklin of Elk Grove in the Division I semifinals. Big 3rd down play here for both teams. And Chun gets into the end zone for a Cougar touchdown. And this extra point here by Denise, the hero of last week. We'll see if he can get this in to tie it up. And with 6:03 left on the clock, we have ourselves a tie ball game.
With 6:03 remaining in the first
Central
half.
Catholic has now gone up 13-0 early in the second quarter in action, Division IV action against Center High School of Antelope. As one of the major corporate sponsors, we'd like to again thank Les Schwab. At Les Schwab, we take pride in doing the right thing in our communities. It is why we are title sponsor of the California Interscholastic Federation Sac Joaquin Section Football Championships. It allows us the opportunity to support our great young people in the communities we serve. Les Schwab Tires and the CIF, dedicated to supporting today's youth to help make a better tomorrow.
Kicking for the Cougars, number 2, Thomas Denise.
And Thomas Denise set to kick off.
For the kickoff.
His first kick of the evening. That patch in the middle of the field is awfully slick. We'll see how that footing holds up as this game goes on. And an onside kick. Taken up short. And try and get a number for that. Bebeto Robles, the kicker on the kickoff team. And we have a player slow to get up for the Cougars.
There's an injured player on the field.
Sure hope that isn't a serious injury down on the field. It looks to be number 55, Colin Strasser. He's had a great first half here, getting into the backfield numerous times, just narrowly missing a few sacks already here in the first half. And that is Strasser. He's being helped by a few coaches up off the field. It's a good sign that he's trying to put some weight on it. Hopefully he'll be back in the game. Great young ball player to watch. Just a junior. All right, Los Banos now takes over on their 36-yard line. Corpus brings an eye set where they give the ball to Sams.
Sams Walker.
Nothing going. So they run right into big number 71, Alan Gonzalez. Folsom now has a 14-6 lead over Buhack after a second touchdown pass from Browning.
Along with Gonzalez. Pick up a 1 on the play, brings up a 2nd and 9 for the Tigers.
Two receivers out to the right here. Could be a passing down for the Tigers. Nope, ball's back to Sams where he's met at the line of scrimmage again. And 71 getting back up out of the pile again. Alan Gonzalez actually meets him in the backfield, so we're going to bring it to 3rd and 10. Down on the sideline here in front of us, they're looking at Strasser's ankle. Hopefully that's a sign that with some tape on it, get right back in there. Corpus into an obvious passing set here. Shotgun. And he slips and falls. And a loss of 6 on the play. Brings up 4th and 16 for the Tigers. And those of you who've never seen Los Banos get into their punt formation, here we go. Set up one of their running backs, who's also their punter. Got to believe at 4th and 16, they're not going to do this. And we have, looks to be a delay of game as Elias Navarro replaces Devontae Moore in the backfield. Navarro gets a sky-high straight-up kick that takes a Cougar roll around the 48-yard line. And that's where the Cougars will take over, looking to continue the momentum they just built. Brandon Monroe has scored from 9 yards out for Del Oro, cutting Elk Grove's lead to 14-7 early in the 4th. The winner of that game will take on Buhack Colony in Folsom. Center has just scored to go close the gap to 13-7 on Central Catholic. Chun keeping those legs going. Picks up a couple.
Vanderpool also in on the stop.
Vanderpool and Priest in on the stop, but not until Chun picks up 3 yards.
Brings up a 2nd and 8.
A little over 3 minutes left here in the first half. Strasser still on the sideline trying to work off that ankle injury. Kimball back to pass, sets up a little middle screen to Van Alvensleben. Jumps over a defender, and he's going to get himself a first down, going from the 49 down to about the 34. Pick up about 15.
First down Cougars on the Tigers 34-yard line.
They don't do it much, folks, but when they do, those passes are pretty slick from Kimball. Man in motion, but the ball goes right back to Chun. They're just force-feeding this ground game to the Tigers. Vanderpool and Beatty in on the stop, but a gain of 5 for Chun. His 11th carry of the first half. Robbins in motion, but why not? Feed the man who got you there. Chun right back to work, gains 6 yards, and another Cougar first down. This team seems to be building confidence here as this game is going on. As we talked to Coach Luero before the game, he pointed out, hey, right now we're playing with the house money. Nothing to be stressed about, as this team being the 8th seed wasn't supposed to be here. But after knocking off Placer, the #1 seed last week, definitely made some noise in this Division IV playoffs.
The flag on the play.
Looks to be the first flag of the evening against Escalon.
False start.
Brings them back 5 yards. Sets up a 1st and 15 from about the 28-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the first half. See if we're driving to see a Thomas Denise long field goal, or if Escalon is going to look to punch it in right here before half. Play action. Kimball forced out of the pocket. His fastball goes in and out of the hands of Chun. Looked like they were looking to go long on that play, but the receiver slipped in the secondary, so he checked down to Chun. Just Kimball's second incompletion of the night. Brings up a 2nd and 15 with 1:38 to go in the half. Robbins, the man in motion. And the old Statue of Liberty play.
Down by Pivot-tail.
Chun, good for about 8 yards.
It'll be 3rd and 8.
Gonna have to go back and watch that one at home tonight. Fooled myself. Big 3rd down play here as we go down to about a minute left in the first half. 2 wide receivers out to Kimball's right. Steps back. Now he's looking for some room. Throws it up. Throws it long and just out of the reach of Alec Von Elbenslaven. There is a flag, however, in the defensive backfield.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag around the 12 or 13 yard line. Looks to be against the Tigers, holding against Los Banos.
Holding call against the Tigers.
We'll see where that takes the ball from the 20-yard line. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And enough for a Cougar first down. Sets them up 1st and 10.
It'll be 1st and goal for the Cougars.
1st and goal.
Ball spot on the Tiger 10-yard line.
Folsom now jumps up to 21-6 lead over Buhack. Waiting for the chain gain to come through. All right, well, they're setting up chains. Looks like Escalon could technically get a first down. And the backup quarterback, Ben Hood, actually in on that play.
Ben Hood's pass.
Looked to throw that one out to Kimball, who was breaking down the left side. Coach Luero pulling out all the tricks here in the first half. Second and goal now with 49 seconds left in the first half. Kimball back under center. Sets Robbins in motion. And it's back up to Chun up the middle once again, who carries defenders into the end zone for a Cougar touchdown. And with 41 seconds left on the clock, Nathan Chun has just given the Cougars the lead. And Denise in for what should be automatic. And the kick is good.
41 seconds remaining.
41 seconds left in the first half, and the visiting Cougars have seized the momentum. Are you saving as much as you could on your insurance? See how your knowledgeable local farmer's agent can save you money. Call 1-800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com. We are insurance. We are farmers. Central Catholic has opened up a 20-7 lead midway through the second quarter.
Back deep for the Tigers, number 23, Keith Turner, and number 21, D.D. Moore. Kicking for the Cougars, number 2, Thomas Inez. Could you please stand for the kickoff?
We'll see if they come out and onside kick it again or if they send it deep and give them a chance to return. And nope, looks like another short kick. Nobody's getting it for the Tigers. Number 9, Nathan Vanderpool falls on it.
Down the ball for the Tigers.
No time ran off the clock there, so the Tigers will have 41 seconds and 1 timeout. See if they can get anything going before the half. They did defer, which means that they should be getting the ball to start the second half. So worst case scenarios, they'll come out of halftime just trailing by a touchdown. Corpus in shotgun. He's got 4 wide receivers. Dancing around in the backfield as there's great coverage by Escalon, and the ball goes in and out of the hands of number 5, Redding. And Corpus was hit hard on that play. Very, very slow to get up. Not quite sure who got to him, but that was a hard hit. Very, very dangerous play as Corpus was out, rolling out to his right side, launched the ball on the run in the air, and was hit hard by an Escalon defender. So with 32 seconds left in the half, Corpus will have to leave for 1 play. Good to see him getting up and running off the field on his own. And we have a timeout. That'll be Los Banos' final timeout of the half. I believe they're going to use that timeout so they can get Corpus back out onto the field. Crystal Creamery is an official sponsor of the Sac Joaquin section. Crystal Creamery, your local dairy, is proud to support local athletes. Check the local scoreboard once again, see what we have going on. Central Catholic marched down the field 20-7 over Center. BUHAC still trails 21-6. And let's see who's coming back out onto the field to see if it's Tyler Siqueiros looks to be coming out and getting under center. James Sams is about 15 yards behind the play. I wonder if this is just going to be a kneel down. And Siqueiros takes a knee. And we have a timeout called by Escalon. That's their first of the half.
Timeout called for by the Cougars.
3rd and 11 coming up here for the Tigers, with Escalon having 2 timeouts left. If they choose to take a knee one more time, I believe Escalon might as well use it. Can't take them with you. Listen up, sports fans. Stop by your local Sports Authority where you'll find everything you need for your favorite sports. Sports Authority is proud to be the official sporting goods retailer of the CIF. Sports Authority, all things sporting good. All right, now it looks like Los Banos lines up in a traditional set, which means they're going to run a play here with Siqueiros under center. Turns and tosses to Sams. Looking to break free on the right side. And he does, out to the 40-yard line, gain of 17. Van Aldensleben on the tackle. That's a Tiger first down.
On their own 42-yard line.
22 seconds now left in the first half. Seguero's shaking those hands. He probably didn't figure to be getting into the game, and if he did, it probably wasn't going to be this early. Play action now. They're going to let him throw off the fingertips of Barcelos. 18 seconds left in the first half. Chris Corpus over talking to Coach Carpresso. Sure, trying to work his way, and he does. He's back out onto the field. Keep an eye on the bottom of your screen right here as Keith Turner's come split out to the right. He's their deep threat here. Instead, they're going to toss it to Sams. Works hard for about 7 yards.
Brought down by Lance Davis.
And that's going to be your first half, folks, where the score is Escalon 14, Los Banos Tigers 7. Stay with us as we total up our first half stats and give you a recap of the first half action here at Loftin Stadium. And Oakdale has jumped back on top of American Canyon 14-13 late in the second quarter. Granite Bay pushes their lead to 23-0 over Franklin. Looks like the Wildcats have run into a buzzsaw tonight.
Let's have a round of applause.
Ray Vega's first appearance in the Central Catholic game is what helped lead to that 20-7 lead. And Elk Grove leads Del Oro 17-7 after a 40-yard field goal from Justin Singh. Folsom is up 28-6 now over Viewhack Colony. We'll let you enjoy the Escalon cheerleaders.
All right. I was trying.
The Escalon Cougars cheerleading squad.
right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over our halftime stats here. First for the host Tigers, who find themselves on the short end of a 14-7 lead at the half. Chris Corpus was 4 of 6 passing for 45 yards, 1 touchdown, the 23-yarder to Keith Turner. Tyler Siqueiros was 0 for 1 in a relief role near the end of the half. James Sams has carried the ball 11 times for 42 yards. Delvonte Moore, D.D. Moore has 1 carry for 1 yard. Chris Corpus has 2 carries for 4 yards. Keith Turner has 1 carry for 1 yard, and Siqueiros took the kneel down for -1. Receiving, Turner has 2 catches for 30 yards, including the 23-yard touchdown. Sams has 1 catch for 3 yards. Alec Barcelos has 1 catch for 10 yards. And Siqueiros actually came into the game playing a little wide receiver and caught a pass for 9 yards. The Tigers have 6 first downs in the first half, along with 35 yards of penalties on 4 penalties. For Escalon, Philip Kimball is 2 of 4 for 23 yards passing. Ben Hood came in on the trick play and tried to throw one and was 0 for 1. Nathan Chun has 14 carries for 80 yards. Jason Robbins, has 5 carries for 22 yards. Josh Redding has 1 for 2. Kimball had a 13-yard run and a 12-yard sack, so he's got 1 yard on 2 carries. And Jonathan Costa has 1 carry for 4 yards. Alec Von Alvenslaven has 1 catch for 15 yards. And Salvador has 1 catch for 8 yards for the Cougars. Comparing the numbers at the half, that's 92 yards of total offense for the Tigers and 132 for the Cougars. The Cougars do have 10 first downs and 1 penalty for 5 yards. They have 1 red zone attempt with a touchdown. Los Banos has yet to enter the red zone. We'll back up here in the booth for halftime. I'd like to welcome back Coach Dave Snap of the Pacheco Panthers, team that has faced both of these schools. He was our pregame guest as well. Coach Snap, your vantage point down here in the Escalon bleachers, what did you see out of this in the first half, and what are you telling your team?
I think there were 2 evenly matched football teams out there the first half. I think their defenses are playing a lot better, which you'd kind of expect in the second meeting of teams in the same season. They kind of know a little bit about each other coming into this game, and everyone, I think, was thinking it was going to be a little more high scoring, but I think this is about what you're going to get here tonight. You know, their defenses are both playing real well. I think the offenses were a little tight in the first quarter, trying to feel each other out. Los Banos is trying to move the ball through the air a little bit more, and I think Escalon caught on to something in the second quarter there and started exposing a few things that I think they think they can exploit probably in the second half. They got a lead. They're probably going to try to keep it going. You know, if I'm Escalon, I'm telling my guys to chew up the clock, move the chains, keep the ball moving, keep picking up first downs, and let's get out of here. And then if I'm Los Banos, then I'm talking about being a little bit more patient, trying to get the ball to our playmakers in space, and trying to move us down the field and get them disrupted. Probably trying to pick up our tempo a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's funny you mentioned the ball control. This is the same Escalon team that gave Placer, I believe, three plays in the fourth quarter last week in their huge upset up in Auburn. You got to believe that if they can come out and stop them after Los Banos gets the ball first to start the half, you're going to look to see a second half shortened down immensely with the run game.
Yes, definitely. They're going to get a heavy dose of Chun. I was talking to some of the guys and the Cougar fans up in the stands, and I wouldn't be surprised if Chun gets close to 40 carries tonight. That's I think that's been Escalon's key all season, and why would they go away from something they're real good at?
Well, and he's at 14 here at half. You know, that's 26 in the second half. That's a lot of ball control. You know, he did start to pick up some big gainers. What did you see when he started getting those runs of 10, 13, 10 yards? I mean, was there something going on, or is it just this offense?
I think Escalon made a couple line adjustments. You know, I think they were seeing something different than what they thought Los Banos was going to come out in, and they made a couple adjustments and pounding up the middle. Eventually, a defense is going to wear down. You know, the first quarter we saw him getting a bunch of 1- and 2-yard carries. All of a sudden, in the second quarter, he's getting 4- and 5-yard and a couple 8- and 9-yard carries, and that's you beat away at the interior of a defense enough, those things will start to pop. Plus, they called a couple nice draw plays there different points in their last drive that kept the chains moving, which I think kind of caught Los Banos off guard in a passing situation.
Now you put yourself, you're in the young coach, first-year head coach Dustin Carpresso's shoes. You're in that locker room right now. You're the home team. Probably didn't expect to be having a home game tonight. You know, everybody figured they were going to be traveling if they went up to Auburn, but now you're at home in front of your crowd. You find yourselves trailing to a team that you already beat. What are you telling the troops?
I'm telling them to relax, play our game, not panic. There's still a whole second half of football to be played, and just be patient. We do what we do, and something's going to pop. They've had a few plays. They've had a couple guys open that they didn't hit, and you know, there's the penalty issue. We got to stop making penalties. That's one of the keys to a game of this magnitude, especially. You can't make penalties on big plays. They had a big penalty on third down that gave Escalon a first down and continued that last touchdown drive for them. And you know, basically just relax, take a deep breath. You're in the game. You're down a touchdown. We get the ball back to start the second half. Let's go back and get it back.
Well, I got you up here. We'll just talk about some other scores in the section tonight and see what your feeling is. Right now, Granite Bay is jumped out all over Franklin of Elk Grove, 17-0 in the first half. I mean, that's the number 5 seed going up to the number 1 seed.
Yeah, and everything I had heard about Franklin this year, they were almost an unstoppable machine. And I think I saw on Twitter or something earlier in the game that Franklin had run one play in the first 9 minutes and was down 14-0. So, you know, Granite Bay is a real deal. They run a great program, and they do a lot of good stuff. They're a lot like Escalon. They have a system. They stick to it, and year in and year out, they're right in the thick of things. I know Franklin's a relatively new school, but they have a ton of talent, and I wouldn't be surprised if they started mounting a little bit of a comeback here in the second half.
That other semifinal in Division I, Oak Ridge and Burbank, I believe that's being played tomorrow afternoon. In Division II right now, Folsom has taken what started as a 6-0 quick lead for Buhack on 2 field goals and now is up 28-6 at the half. Have you heard about this quarterback kid, Browning, from Folsom?
Yes, he's only a sophomore, and from what I hear, he's just as good, if not better, than the last 2 guys they've had. And I mean, Folsom's just a machine when it comes to offense, and that's you know, Buhack Colony runs a great program. Coach Swartwood does a great job, but they're to go up against a Folsom team, I'm just not sure they have the scheme to combat something like that. They're more of a running type offense. They have the athletes on defense to stick with them, but they don't. You know, Folsom plays games that end up 56-38. You know, and Buhack isn't built that way offensively. They can score. They got big play players, but they're ground game players. And when they're up against light competition, it gets pretty tough to match score for score with a team like Folsom.
And then we have the other semifinal in Division II going on right now, and it looks like it might have struck midnight for Cinderella. Number 15 seed Del Oro, who nobody wants to face in any playoff action, is trailing Elk Grove 20-10 right now near the end of the first half.
And that's another game. Elk Grove likes to run the football, so does Del Oro. I mean, that's you know, Elk Grove's got a couple of explosive running backs that are real good, which you know, Del Oro's a pretty strong physical football team, and I think that's the type of game, even at a 20-10 score, is going to stay relatively close throughout the night with Del Oro able to possibly mount a comeback. It depends on who gets the ball to start the second half. If Elk Grove gets it and marches it downfield, then the outcome looks a little more bleak for Del Oro.
Now, here's one that you and I have been talking about quite a bit that we're not overly surprised by this, but I'm sure people at home might be, that Oakdale, the number 1 seed, hosting number 4 American Canyon, who's only in their second year of varsity, first year with seniors, much like your team at Pacheco. They only lead American Canyon 14-13 late in the first half.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. American Canyon's one of those fringe section teams that is out there on the edge in Napa and not a lot of people know about, but they are the real deal. They look like a full-on varsity team last year, and we had the unfortunate pleasure of playing them last year in our first game ever, and they could have beat most varsity teams, I thought, last year without any seniors. And they've got some playmakers. They've got some kids that can play football. They're fast. They're also a lot bigger than you would expect. So that one doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, this is just in from Joe Davidson with the Sacramento Bee. He's covering that Franklin of Elk Grove game. It looks like their top 3 running backs and their defensive tackle were all in physical therapy this week with ankle and knee problems, and they're all out tonight. So that's probably a big reason why Granite Bay is rolling out to a 23-0 lead in that one.
Yeah, that would make a huge difference, and that's unfortunate. Franklin's had a great season, and for something like that, the injury bug is just one of those things that you have to deal with, and you hope you have the depth to cover up for it. But your top 3 rushers, that's a little bit more than you like to overcome.
And Rich Estrada from Modesto B has just sent in an update on the Oakdale score. Nikki Ryan has a 15-yard touchdown run after American Canyon fumbled a snap near midfield, and point after hits the upright and goes in. So Oakdale now leads that one 21-13 with a little over a minute left in the first half of that one.
That'll be a great game. That one's going to go a lot closer to the wire than I think people expect. Oakdale's a machine. We know firsthand. We got to face them right out the gate, and they taught us a lesson or two. But that's if you want to be good, you have to play those type of teams and get experience and learn those lessons to move on. And American Canyon's one of those teams that's ahead of the learning curve in that regard right now. But they have the talent and the capabilities to take it to the house at any time. So I think that game's going to be a lot closer to the wire than people anticipate.
Yeah, I think I was reading somewhere that they have the running back is looking at committing to University of Oregon, and they don't look for anybody slow. They look for speed. So I'm sure he can break one at any time. Our other Division IV semifinal, again, the winner of this game will take on the winner of that one, and it really looks like Central Catholic is going to take that one as they're jumping out to a big halftime lead. I mean, it's 27-7. 27-7 late in the second quarter. I'm getting updates there from Jeff Kurtz, who's covering that game for KBC Play on Sports as well.
Yeah, and Central being in a Division IV playoff bracket, that's kind of misconstrued or misleading. They've got some horses at Central, and they just they might not have very many guys on their sideline, but they are a physical, powerful football team, and can their second and third string backs are better than a lot of first team backs, and their linemen are big and physical, and they've got the tools to knock it through and put even the best of teams away pretty quickly if the night's not going right for the opposition. Central
Catholic kind of has that two-headed warrior in the backfield. They have Lomas, who has 3 touchdowns tonight with 108 yards on 16 carries, and Ray Vega, who's made apparently not many appearances on offense tonight, has a touchdown as well. So 4 touchdowns, all rushing, all from their backfield power that they have going on.
Doesn't surprise me one bit. They've got 2 outstanding backs, and resting Vega a little bit, especially when they get ahead, is probably not a bad thing. They can also throw in a Bland and the Ringer kid, and they, as the game gets later, and there's really no drop off there either. So they've got some talent at Central Catholic, and they're the prohibitive favorite in D4. It would really be interesting, since they play in a D3 league, to see them play in the Division II sometime playoff bracket. That would be they're in our league. I enjoy playing them. I don't know how much my kids enjoy playing them, but I enjoy playing them. It always should pump you up to kind of play a program like that. They do things the right way, and they play a physical brand of football, and they really do, I think, would match up. I mean, they beat St. Mary's this year, who took De La Salle to the wire. So, I mean, that tells you what kind of talent they have.
Well, and it's funny you mentioned De La Salle, because I'm getting updates from all over the area. Halftime, De La Salle is up 28-0 on Amador Valley. No surprise there. I think De La Salle's won something like 5 million straight NCS playoff games. Another one that I know, you being a Live Oak grad, follows CCS football, I'm sure. Sarah has taken a mighty 5-3 lead over Bellarmine into the half.
That one does not surprise me at all. I one time saw Bellarmine and St. Francis in a section final game when I was about 12 years old play to a 3-0 score, with St. Francis winning. Those WCAL games, whether they're in league or in the playoffs, are always slobber knockers. They're knockdown, drag-out games, and that's I wouldn't be surprised if Bellarmine pulls that one out 6-5.
All right,
in 10.
In 10 innings, we're going to go extras.
Yeah.
We got some late half updates here. Loyola guy, I don't know how I'm saying that right.
Oglebody.
Yeah, from Folsom, 88-yard interception return, and it looks like Folsom is just putting that game away with Buhack 35-6.
Yeah.
And we have Caraway to Graber for a 32-yard touchdown pass for Granite Bay, and they go in 30-0 over Franklin, still with 1 minute left in the half.
Yeah, that Folsom Buhack game, that's unfortunate for Buhack. They run a real good program, and they sometimes playing Folsom, man, it looks like there's 3 balls flying around at the same time. So, I mean, that's hard to defend, especially with their up-tempo and just drop and chuck it. And, they got 4 or 5 guys running around that always seem to be open. And one guy catches it, they run a play, next play, another guy catches it, and you're going, where'd he come from? And they get another guy open, and, bam, they're in the end zone. That's too bad for Buhack. It would have been nice to see that type of game played in the final. But, Buhack keeps getting to the doorstep and can't seem to break it through. So.
No, that's they've made it to that section semifinal quite a few times already.
Yeah.
So, well, Coach A, we appreciate you coming up to the booth, giving us your insight, sharing your thoughts about these other games going on. Hope you enjoy the second half of what figures to be a really good ball game here.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. I appreciate it, and you having finish off a nice call. Huh? This one should be interesting down to the wire. I would expect it to be close throughout.
We'll hope so.
See you later.
All right, thanks. All right, before we start the second half, let's just give a quick shout out to our corporate sponsors: Les Schwab Tires, Farmers Insurance, Crystal Creamery, Play on Sports, Sports Authority, Wilson, CSEA, Max Preps, and CCPOA. At Les Schwab, we take pride in doing the right thing in our communities. It is why we are title sponsor of the California Interscholastic Federation Sac Joaquin Section Football Championships. It allows us the opportunity to support our great young people in the communities we serve. Les Schwab Tires and the CIF, dedicated to supporting today's youth to help make a better tomorrow. All right, we have the 3-minute extended warm-up period, which will allow us to get everything caught up and ready to go. Looks like we're a little bit off from what the Modesto Bee has at halftime, but our stats are pretty close. They have Chunford, 13 carries, 76 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sam's with 10 carries, 44 yards. Total yards, Escalon 126, Los Banos 107. So not quite sure where I'm missing, but hey, all that matters is the score up on the scoreboard. Escalon 14, Los Banos 7. So we'll see what kind of halftime adjustments were made on each side. See if Escalon can figure out how to get the ball back and drive for the next 24 minutes. And Los Banos, on the other hand, looking to see, as Coach Snap said, maybe calm things down a little bit, slow it down, and let the game come to them and see what happens here in the second half. Play on Sports is the official webcaster for all CIF Sac Joaquin Section Championship events. Visit CIF-SJS.TV with your phone, tablet, or computer to see all of this year's championship events, either live or on demand. Play on Sports, it all starts there. Denise is stretching his legs out here, getting ready to start this second half. We'll see if he can be the hero for the second week in a row, or if they're even going to need that. Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, we'll have to wait and see if Chris Corpus, the senior quarterback, makes his way back out to lead the Tigers offensively. Took a big hit near the end of the second quarter, took a couple plays out, and then after a big first down run by Sams, worked his way back out onto the field. I'd like to thank our broadcast group who gave up their Friday evening during holiday break to come out and work this game. Our laptop producer, Christy Hernandez, and our camera people, Michaela Latronica and Danny Garcia. Part of the Pacheco High School Sports Broadcasting Group. All right. It's time for second half action. 24 minutes to see who will be moving on to next week's section final at Lincoln High School in Stockton.
Kicking for the Cougars, number 2, Thomas Inez. Back deep for the Tigers, number 23, Keith Turner.
Keith Turner and Devontae Moore dropping deep for the Tigers as Denise tees it up and is ready to kick. Going from right to left on your TV screen or computer screen, whatever one you're watching on. Could be your phone. And another onside kick taken by Bebeto Robles. And he is hit by Fernando Ceniceros. And it appears obvious that this Escalon Cougars team is bound and determined to not give up anything big in the kick game.
It'll be first down Tigers on their own 39-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 39, and we have Chris Corpus coming back out to lead the offense. So obviously that young man is okay. That's good news for Tiger fans. Sends Turner in motion, and the same play they started the game with.
Keith Turner, the ball carrier.
And Turner eludes a couple tackles before he is met by a few Cougars after about a 7-yard gain.
Van Hood also in on the stop.
Now we'll give him 5 on that carry.
Rate of 5 on the play brings up a 2nd and 5 for the Tigers.
So the same play they started with for 1 yard ends up getting them 5 to start the second half. And right back to the workhorse, Sams. That's right in front of us here. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short, so we'll give him 4 on that carry.
Pick up a 4 on the play, brings up a 3rd and 1 for the Tigers.
Third down, see if this Cougar defense can get their ball back to their offense to start the second half. Looks like they're bringing everybody. They do, and I think he got enough there. That's a gain of 2 and a Tiger first down. Things starting to get a little chippy down there on the field. You could see a Tiger lineman looking to come back and hit some Cougars defenders who weren't looking. I formation looks to be a passing play. Quick hitter out to Turner, but he drops the pass.
Pass intended for Turner, falls incomplete.
Got to wonder if this Tiger offense is setting up Escalon for the big one. A lot of short passes in their offensive scheme tonight. Shotgun once again for the Tigers. Twins to the right and Turner out to the left. Sends Barcelos in motion now. Give us the Sams up the middle. Nice run, breaking a few tackles, but we have a flag coming in late.
There's a flag on the play.
Looked like about a 10-yard run. However, we're going to get a flag holding on the Tigers, negates a good run there by Sams. So you give Sams 5 on the carry. And sets up about 2nd and 15 from the 45-yard line. That penalty flag came in from the side judge over on the Escalon side. Did not make the Los Banos coaches very happy. And play action. And looks to almost be a first down as the pass goes to Alec Barcelos, gain of about 14. Barcelos found a spot in that zone right there and waited for Corpus's perfectly placed lob up there to pick it down for a near first down. 3rd and short once again for the Tigers. Tigers rush up to the line where Corpus runs right through. And he's still not down until he's drugged down by number 5, Josh Redding. Picks up a Tiger first down. Taking it from the 41 down to about the 33, gain of 8.
That'll be first down Tigers on the Cougar 34-yard line.
Two offenses that look to just be happy, pounding and pounding away, eating up the clock. As again, it doesn't matter how many points you put up as long as you have the most points at the end. Corpus dropping back now, looking long. Oh, we have a penalty flag coming in late. Marcus Rico appeared to be the intended target for the Tigers. You can hear the calls over here from the Escalon side. They're not very happy with that. They're calling for an uncatchable ball, but it did appear as though they got tangled up, and Marcus Rico drew the penalty. So it goes from the 15 down to about the 19-yard line where the Tigers will have it, 1st and 10 from the 19. Corpus appears to be changing things up at the line. Sends Barcelos in motion once again. Give us to Sams. Breaks over the left side.
Tripped up by Van 7.
Takes it down to about the 11, gain of 8. Still just one carry over 10 yards for Sams. Looking to break one here in the second half. 2nd and 2 from the 11. Fumble on the play. Looks like Corpus never got out of center with it. We'll see. And we got ourselves a second turnover of the ball game. Inside the red zone. That was Joey Gutierrez busting through the line and getting to the ball before Corpus could pick it up on the fumbled exchange. So with 8:19 left in the third quarter, Escalon gets the first big break of the ball game. And give it to Robbins, who takes it off of the left side. I'm sure at this point Escalon's happy with 5-yard runs each time. Darren Beatty in for the Tigers to stop on that play. Very methodically, Escalon walks up to the line of scrimmage, toss this time out to Robbins. Looking to get around the left end. Brought down by Barcelos. Not before he picks up another 3 or 4 yards. Going to set up a short 3rd down here for the Cougars. As they give him 4 on the carry. And yes, you got to believe Chun was going to give it eventually, and he gets it. Takes it out to about the 25-yard line before Alec Barcelos stops him. Gain of 5 more for Chun. Kimball under center. Oh, they're going to give it to Robbins again. Breaking around the right side where he is met quickly. Slow developing play out of the backfield. But keeps moving the ball. Gaining 1. Second and 9 here for the Cougars. Kimball straight give to Chun where he's met at the line of scrimmage. Goes nowhere.
Armando Paleo on the stop for the Tigers.
Armando Paleo with the huge play stopping him at the line of scrimmage. Oakdale has jumped up on American Canyon 28-13. Third and 9. This Tiger defense can hold right here and get the ball back. They'll have done their job. Kimball with the play action. Priest putting the pressure on. And they're going to rule that he went out of bounds. And then there's a flag that comes in late from the umpire. And another flag. Two late flags that appear to be. Well, let's wait to see how this develops. The officiating crew is gathered around the 20-yard line where LB coach Dustin Carpresso is anxiously listening to what they have to say.
Unsportsman and then unsportsman again on the bench. He was stepped out of bounds probably when he threw.
Well, I was following Kimball on the play, so I didn't see what happened that drew the flag out of bounds, but hopefully our wonderful camera crew caught that and we can go back tomorrow and watch that on instant replay. Can speak from experience where I've seen two penalties like this on the same play end up getting 30 yards for the offense. We'll see what the white hat decides to do right here.
Calm down there, Tiger.
Still debating what to call.
Hurry up and make your call.
I'd like to remind you that the official football supplier of CIF Sac Joaquin Section Championship Contest is Wilson. Thank you, Wilson Sporting Goods.
That's what they're asking each other.
California School Employees Association represents the 230,000 hard-working men and women who keep our public school students safe, well-fed, and ready to learn. CSEA is honored to partner with the CIF Sac Joaquin section. And they have waved off
There is no flag on the play.
all the flags on that. So there is no penalty at all. You can probably hear the dissatisfaction from the Escalon Cougars side of the field here as we have 4th and 9. So 4th and 9 from the 27-yard line as we resume play here after a stoppage based on the officials calling off 2 flags that were thrown. Now it appears the white hat is talking to Coach Luero, and I'm sure he is definitely not happy about both flags being waved off. Got to wonder if they've called the penalty off because of the fact that once Escalon quarterback Phil Kimball stepped out of bounds, that play was technically over. And what happened after the fact was not part of the play. Either way, we won't know until after the game, until somebody talks to us about it. So 5:01 left here in the third quarter. Escalon's coach Mark Luero is still trying to figure out what happened. In the central section, Chowchilla is trailing Wasco at the half 28-13. And Coach Luero apparently
It'll be 4th and long Cougars.
did not lose that debate. So we have a loss of 8 yards by Kimball on the run as he stepped out of bounds. Brings up 4th and 17 from the 19-yard line. Van Elvensleben back to punt. Gets off a line drive punt to Turner. Gets there quickly. Might have outkicked his coverage as Turner wrapped up around the 35-yard line. About a 14-yard return there for Turner. Wonderful starting field position for the Tigers.
First down Tigers on the Cougar 35-yard line.
Max Preps is a proud sponsor and official photographer of the CIF. View and purchase high-quality action photos from today's event by visiting www.maxpreps.com. Turner in motion again, the fake to him. Looking to go for it all against Turner or Moore. And just like that, touchdown Tigers. D.D. Moore with the 35-yard touchdown. And with 4:47 left in the third quarter, Los Banos is an extra point away from tying this one up. Bebeto Robles kicks it through the uprights, and with 4:47 left in the third quarter, we have ourselves a 14-14 ball game.
And your Los Banos Tigers, 14.
Well, we'll see how this Escalon Cougar team responds. Well, we'll see if this was enough to shift momentum over to the Cardinal and Gold side of the field. Robles tees it up. Josh Redding back deep with Tyler Lawrence and Jason Robbins up a little shallow on the return. Big long kick. Sends him back to about the 5-yard line. Redding gets it out to about the 32-yard line before he's met by Darren Beatty.
Junior Felix also in on the stop. It'll be first down Cougars from their own 27-yard line.
All right. See what Coach Luero has up his sleeves here.
John, the ball carrier.
Chun met at the line of scrimmage. This appears to be a Los Banos team that has found new life after that touchdown. Going to give him about 1.5 yards on that play.
Stop by Arturo Gonzalez. Josh Priest also in on the stop.
Gonzalez and Priest make the stop for the Tigers.
Second and 9.
Keeps the clock running, though. Everything we expected so far to this point, a nice close ball game. Winner of this one will travel to Lincoln of Stockton to face what looks like to be Central Catholic. And the inside give is to number 20, Robbins. Picks up about 5. Sets up a manageable 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Escalon does not want to go 3 and out here after that touchdown by the Tigers. Robbins in motion. Give is to Chun.
Chun, the ball carrier.
And he gets nowhere. Going to give him maybe a yard or 2, but not enough for that first down. And the punting unit comes back onto the field for the Cougars.
It'll be 4th and 1 for the Cougars.
And the Tiger defense has held and done their job. Turner back standing around his 35-yard line waiting for the Von Elvensleben kick. This one's a better kick. High kick that drives it back. Turner gets out of the way. Ball's going to be down to about the 27-yard line.
Kick rolls dead on the Tigers' 27-yard
So in what looks to be a reversal so far from last week's second half, Escalon has yet to be able to produce anything offensively. And now they'll have to stop this Tiger offense that looks to be peaking at the right time. Corpus back in shotgun. We'll see if they keep throwing the ball here. Nope, give is to Sams. Bursts through with a full head of steam. Slips a defender, and we are off to the races. 73-yard touchdown, Tigers. 2 offensive plays, 2 touchdowns for Los Banos. And you just had to wonder how long they were going to be able to bottle him up before he breaks the big one. 2:17 left in the third quarter, and see if Los Banos kicks the extra point. And they will. Had a feeling once he hit that gap going full speed, it was nothing going to stop him. Had a huge, huge block on the backside of that play.
With 2:17 remaining in the third quarter, the Escalon Cougars.
And just like that, Mr. Momentum has changed addresses over to the Cardinal and Gold of Los Banos.
Back deep for the Cougars. Number 5, Josh Redding. Number 1, Tyler Lawrence. Go Cougars! And number 20, Jason Robbins.
Robbins, Redding, and Lawrence back to return the kick.
Can you please stand up for the kickoff?
Now Escalon has no choice. If they're going to keep their season going or keep this game close, they're going to have to answer with something right here. And the kick over to the corner where they've pinned him. And Josh Redding looks to break it out. Turns what could have been a lot of trouble into about a 26-yard return out to about the 28-yard line.
Mike Severino also in on the stop.
Michael Severino in to help stop that run.
It'll be first down Cougars on their own 27-yard line.
So 73 yards from tying this game up. Coach Luero has a big task in front of him as this Tiger defense appears to be gaining more and more confidence as the game goes on. And Chun is finding the yards harder and harder to gain on the ground.
Along with Draytel Blackwell.
Draytel Blackwell and Josh Priest have really managed to stuff this line. I'm going to give Chun 4 on that. Said one of the keys of the second half was Chun getting the ball quite a bit. He's only up to 19 carries for the game right now. Backside to Robbins. Reaching forward for about 5 yards. Going to bring a third and manageable here.
Rico also in on the stop.
Marcus Rico helps bring him down before he gets that first down. About 3rd and 2 for the Cougars. Don't know if we'll see this happen, but it'll be interesting to see what Coach Luero does if they don't get a first down on this play. This quick strike Los Banos offense has shown it can strike from anywhere in the field, and you don't want to go down by more than 1 touchdown here late in the second half. Chun up the middle, depending on the spot. Yes, it is. 3 yards and a first down.
Cougar first down.
Cougar first down now. As we are winding down to the end of the third quarter, 40 seconds left.
It'll be first down Cougars on their own 39-yard line.
last week at Capital Christian. This is a part of the game where the Tigers just wore out the Cougars. Chun out of the backfield. He's going to get himself a first down, but we have a penalty flag deep in the secondary. Screenplay, you got to wonder if that's in the area of an illegal man downfield. Holding called against the Tigers. We'll see if that's declined after Chun takes that swing pass. That is declined, so the result of the play is going to be a first down. Takes it from his 39 down to the Los Banos 47. 15 yards. And Draytel Blackwell busts through the line and rides Chun down to about a 2-yard gain. And that's the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the fourth quarter. Los Banos 21, Escalon 14.
At the end of the third quarter, the Escalon Cougars 14 and the Los Banos Tigers 21.
The last touchdown, 70 yards by Sams, breaks the standing record held by Rodney Furcoats. 3,777 yards.
At Les Schwab, we take pride in doing the right thing in our communities. It's why we are title sponsor of the California Interscholastic Federation Sac Joaquin Section Football Championships. It allows us the opportunity to support our great young people in the communities we serve. Les Schwab Tires and the CIF, dedicated to supporting today's youth to help make a better tomorrow. All right, we have 12 minutes to play here to see who's punching their ticket to Lincoln High of Stockton next weekend. Escalon starts with trips to the right, 2nd and 8. Fake the dive up the middle. Nathan Vanderpool putting the pressure on Kimball, who throws it up, just trying to get rid of it.
Kimball getting rid of the ball. Vanderpool putting on the pressure for the Tigers.
And you can see that this Tiger defense is just sensing it, taking over this game here in the second half.
It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Cougars.
Central Catholic has given up a 97-yard fumble return for a touchdown to make it 27-13. They still lead Center, though, in the second half. 3rd and 8 here for Escalon. Play action. And the ball is picked off by D.D. Moore. And he has a lot of room in front of him. And we're going to have a block in the back that brings it back. Going to have a block in the back that brings the ball back.
There's a flag on the play.
Philip Kimball appears to be down on the visitor or on the home sideline. But he managed to get up and he's jogging off the field on his own power. Good sign for Cougar fans. So the block in the back is going to bring the ball back.
Legal block in the back, called against the Tigers.
Back to the 41-yard line.
That'll be first down Tigers.
But still, first down Tigers. 11.5 minutes to go. The way this game is shaping up, one touchdown could put it out of reach. First and 10 from the 41. Barcelos is in motion. Corpus gives the ball to Sams, who has another big hole.
Brought down by Josh Redding.
41 down to the 25, gain of 16 for Sams.
Rafael Felix also in on the stop.
First and 10 from the 25.
On the Cougar 25-yard line.
As the second half has just been a whole different story here as Los Banos has dominated here in the second half. Give us to Sams again.
Sam's the ball carrier.
Met hard at the line of scrimmage. Twists and turns his way for a gain of 2.
Brought down by Brent Montgomery.
Brent Montgomery in on the tackle for the Cougars. Second and a long 8, short 9 for the Tigers. Play action, Corpus dropping back, under pressure, and he's brought down hard by Andrew Zavala. Taken from the 24 back to the 34, it's going to be a loss of 10. Going to bring up third and about 19. Third and 19 for the Tigers. But again, we've seen it. This could be quick strike for the offense here for the Tigers. Gonna have to wait to see how they respond right here. Bailey Rodriguez now in front of Sams in the backfield. And play action again. As Keith Turner wide open, and he's hit hard by Alec Alvinslaven. Down to about the 22, it's a gain of 12. Not going to be enough for a first down, but puts Coach Carpresso in an interesting situation. Fourth and about 7.
It'll be 4th and 8. From the Cougar 23-yard line.
A little over 9 minutes to play. High school rules call for it if you go for a field goal here and miss, then Escalon retains the ball but at the 20, so they would pick up 3 yards. If you go for it and miss, if you go for it on 4th and 7 from the 23 and miss, Escalon takes over anywhere between here and the 16. And if you get it, well, you could be on your way to making sure you're going to end up at Lincoln High Stockton next week. I'd like to take a moment again, thank our corporate sponsors this evening: Les Schwab Tires, Farmers Insurance, Crystal Creamery, Play On Sports, Sports Authority, Wilson, CSEA, Max Preps, and CCPOA. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You hear this phrase uttered way too much. This could be the play of the season. But really, this is. Escalon needs a stop right here. Los Banos need, they're going to have a field goal attempt. This is going to be a 40-yard field goal attempt by Bebeto Robles on the hold of Turner. And the kick is blocked. It is blocked. And Escalon has recovered at the 30-yard line. Well, we didn't factor that one in, that they will.
That'll be first down Cougars from their own 29-yard line.
And we didn't factor that one in, so instead of starting at the 20, they're at the 29, and the Escalon offense rushes up to the line of scrimmage. Kimball drops back and gets it up to about the 38-yard line, a gain of 9. Darren Beatty meets him there around the 38-yard line, where it brings up second and about 1. This is where you're going to see that senior leadership from Kimball take over. This young man has been running this offense, as it said, in the Modesto Bee this week since he's about 7 years old. These guys are all comfortable with each other. They know what's going on right now, and they know it's time to keep that ball on the ground. Keep feeding the guys that got him there. And see if you can get one more touchdown. 1st and 10 from the 41. Clock set back in motion. 8:10 left in the ball game. Play action. Kimball looking. Has a man wide open. Is number 20. Hard tackle. Does not get him, and he gets down to the 35-yard line. A 24-yard gain to Jason Robbins. Great time to call that play, Coach Luero. 1st and 10 now for the Cougars on the 36-yard line. Saw this on August 24th, though. You got to wonder if Escalon's moving it down too quick. Give Los Banos the ball back. Chun. Picks up about 6 on the play. Still plenty of time, especially for this Los Banos offense. So Escalon first, though, has to get the ball into the end zone. Chun follows his lead, stumbling his way to a 1st down. Marcus Rico on the stop, though, but not until he gains 6 more yards. It's Chun's 24th carry of the evening. Find themselves now 24 yards away from tying this game up. And why not? Gives it up the middle to him again. As long as he keeps moving that stick, another 4 yards. Got to believe this Escalon offense is happy with that. Robbins checks in. Jonathan Costa comes out. Kimball comes back in with the play from the sideline. This might be the most exciting game in the section right now, folks. Looking at other scores, these games are getting out of hand. Robbins, the ball carrier. This time it looks like it's sniffed out. Maybe a gain of 1.
Brings up a 3rd and 5 for the Cougars.
3rd and 5 here. This is 2-down territory here as we're getting down to about 5 minutes left in the game. Chun and Steves in the backfield. Give us to Chun, who follows his blockers up the middle. And we have a flag on the play. Thrown in by the side judge over on the Escalon side. Joey Gutierrez is pointing to his face mask, so face mask called against the Tigers. So after the first down run of 6. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. It's be about a 7-yard penalty there. 9-yard line, correction. 5 minutes to play, and this Escalon crowd is getting excited. Chun over the right side, keeps his feet going.
Right now by Josh Priest.
Josh Priest manages to take him down.
Brings up by a 2nd and goal for the Cougars.
No gain on the play. Nine yards, that's what separates the Cougars from tying up this ball game here with Los Banos High. They've called Chun's number plenty on this drive. We'll see if they keep going to him. A little fake. Kimball rolls out. Nowhere to go. Pressured. Throws a lob ball in the end zone. Incomplete. Very lucky that that wasn't an interception.
Kimball's pass falls incomplete. Broken up by D.D. Moore.
D.D. Moore, big interception earlier in this half.
3rd and goal.
Breaks up the lob ball in the corner of the end zone. Third and 9 for the Cougars. 4 minutes, 6 seconds left in somebody's season here tonight. This is where they usually like to look for number 11, Alec van Albensleben. He's used his height in the past to get plenty of lob balls up there in the corner of the end zone, but we'll see who matches up on him. D.D. Moore goes to the other side of the field. We're going to have a delay of game on the Cougars.
There's a flag on the play.
That's a huge penalty here down in the red zone.
Delay of game. Called against the Cougars.
Now we're going to have 3rd and goal from the 14. Play action. And he's got 83 wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Andrew Zavala. Touchdown, Cougars. 3 minutes, 58 seconds left in the ball game, and we are an extra point away from tying this one up. And with 3 minutes, 58 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. This game just got exciting again. Perhaps the 5-yard penalty was a ploy to make some more room for the lob. Kick is down, it is up, and it is tied. Now it's up to the Los Banos offense.
And your Los Banos Tigers, 21.
I'm sure we wouldn't have it any other way, folks. This one's going to go right down to the end.
Back deep for the Tigers, number 21, D.D. Moore. And number 23, Keith Turner.
Delvante Moore and Keith Turner back for the Tigers. Thomas Denise ready to kick off.
Can you please stand up for the kickoff?
And what could be the biggest kickoff of the entire season for both teams. They've been kicking the onside kick all night. They do it once again, and we have a stumble, and Robles gets it and runs backwards. And the kicker, Robles, takes it out to the 46-yard line.
Robles gets the ball to the Tiger 47-yard line.
Los Banos will start with somewhat of a short field. In a drive in which all they need is to drive down and kill the clock long enough to get a field goal. These two teams played to a 34-32 ball game on August 24th here at this same field. And Alvin Slevin is matched up on Delvante Moore here, and it doesn't look like Turner's the ball carrier, but I'm sure they're going to take the result of this run rather than the extra men on the field for the Cougars. Appeared to be some confusion as Andrew Zavala was trying to get off the field before the play was snapped. We have offsetting penalties. Appears to be an illegal motion against the Tigers and an illegal substitution. So Escalon might have caught a break right there. And we'll start all over with 3:47 left. Corpus drops back, hits Moore, breaks a tackle, gain of about 12. I think these DBs for the Cougars are playing back, afraid to get beat by the long ball here. Be 1st and 10 from about the 41-yard line. About 25 yards from Robles' attempted field goal range last time. Turner in motion. The give is to him again in the backfield, where he leaps up and is crushed by number 6, Jonathan Costa. Loss of 1 on the play.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 now facing the Tigers. Down to 3 minutes left in the ball game. Barcelos is in motion. And the give is to Sams. Big running lane. Another Tiger first down on the legs of James Sams. Another 14-yard run there for Sams.
First down Tigers on the Cougar 27-yard line.
Now the clock becomes Los Banos' friend. And this Cougar defense needs to step up and make a big play if they have hopes of doing anything here. Corpus taking his time to get under center, and they turn and give the ball to Sams.
Brought down by number 75.
Gain of 2.
Fernando Cisneros. Pick of the 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 8.
Down to around 2 minutes left in the ball game. Barcelos is in motion. Give to Sams once again, but he is brought down. Oh, and fumble! Fumble on the play.
Sams ball carrier, there's a fumble on the play.
And Escalon comes up. Jonathan Costa with the play of the year. What could be the play of the year for the Cougars. Huge, huge fumble and recovery for the Cougars. 1:58 left in the ball game. And hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be wild. Escalon with all 3 timeouts left, as well as Los Banos. Give us to Robbins, who has a huge hole. Robbins gains 14 yards and a first down.
That'll be first down Cougars on their own 43-yard line.
They've moved the ball up to the 43-yard line. And they're going to pass. Vanderpool from behind. Luckily for Kimball, he held on to that ball there. It's like a loss of about 9 on the play. 1:20 left in the ball game. Could we be headed to overtime? Or is Thomas Denise going to be the hero once again as they are looking to just get into field goal range? And Kimball throws it out of the outstretched arms of Van Alvensleben.
3rd and 20 for the Cougars.
3rd and 20 here. With 3 timeouts left for Los Banos. We'll see what Escalon decides to do here. Looks like they're bringing in the tall package of wide receivers. Could be a passing opportunity, but you still have Chun in the backfield. Always have to respect his play action. And the throw is up long and incomplete. And
broken up by D.D. Moore and Alec Barcelo.
Both Zavala and Van Alvensleben are slow to get up.
It'll be 4th and 20 for the
Van Alvensleben's going to have to figure out if he can punt right here because they're going to need his leg. And one Tyler Lawrence appears to be coming into the ball game. Zavala. Oh. Coach Luero standing next to the side judge here. He's going to give Van Alvensleben a chance to catch his breath here and wait till the very last second before he calls his timeout, and he does.
Timeout called for by the Cougars.
But you got to add play again.
Perhaps the two most evenly matched teams facing each other in the playoffs tonight, as the scores around the section indicate. Center trails Central Catholic 34-13, so the winner of this game will face Central Catholic next week in Stockton. Oakdale has now jumped out huge on American Canyon, 42-19. Folsom is up 49-6 heading into the fourth quarter over Buhack. And the kick is off, and it's a beauty. And Los Banos is going to start at the 27-yard line with 45 seconds to go in the ballgame.
The Cougar punt rolls out of bounds on the Tiger 27-yard line, where it'll be first down Tigers.
Both teams actually have 2 timeouts left here in the second half. And we're figuring that Los Banos needs to get down to about the 18-yard line. So that's about 59 yards in 45 seconds, which we've seen them able to do in a hurry. Here we go. Corpus drops back. And that ball is almost picked off by Andrew Zavala. But instead, we'll have second down and 10 for the Tigers on the 21-yard line. That would have almost put this game over with Denise probably being able to kick it that far. Escalon's going to rely heavily on guys like Ben Hood right now and Alec Van Alvensleben in the defensive secondary. Turner and Moore both lined up to the same side of the field right now. Corpus looks that way and changes direction. Now he's getting chased. Little dump off pass to Barcelos. Good for about 9. .25 left. See if they take a shot at the end zone here, or if they now we have stoppage of play, and Los Banos calls a timeout. Their second timeout of the half. Looked like there was some miscommunication trying to get Turner and Didi Moore to the same side of the field. Escalon looked to be rolling a safety over the top to that side. Looked to be Ben Hood or perhaps Josh Redding back there trying to give some extra help. So we have 19 seconds left in this ball game. High school rules, overtime rules state both teams get a chance to start with the ball at the 10-yard line. I believe it's the 10. We'll see. It could be the 20. Barcelos in motion, but both teams get a chance to go, and the give is to Sams. It's going to be enough for a first down. .16 seconds left in the ball game. Corpus under center and spikes the ball.
Corpus spikes the ball.
14 seconds left. So it'll be interesting to see both teams. We could be in for a long night as both teams have great inside power running. Could turn into a triple or quadruple overtime where they're forced to go for 2. But right now we got to get through 14 seconds. This could change in a hurry as well. Corpus intercepted again. 9 seconds left. Intercepted by number 8, Robert Steves.
Corpus pass is intercepted. It'll be first down Cougars on their own 49-yard line.
And Cougars have the ball on the 49. 9 seconds and 2 timeouts left. Again, in high school, clock stops on a first down. So as long as they can get a first down and call a timeout, we'll see how good of a leg Denise has. Van Alvensleben lined up right against Devontae Moore. And wide open is Nathan Chun, but time has expired. Huge play. Going from the 49 down to about the 12. 37-yard completion. And we're going to overtime. There'll be a 3-minute overtime. No, I don't believe the announcer had that right. I don't believe there's 3-minute break before overtime. High school rules, both teams will get a chance.
Each team to reset. Each team will get an opportunity to score. The ball will be set.
Now it looks like the officials are still trying to figure out how the overtime works in high school. At this point, you got to really wonder how the penalties and turnovers will come into play. Both teams could be here all night scoring from the 10-yard line.
Ball will be spotted on the 10-yard line. Each team will have 4 downs from the 10.
So each team will get the ball, and we will keep going until somebody has failed to score when the other team has got a score. Key here is usually who has the ball first. If you can stop the other team, then a field goal wins it. We're about 49 seconds away from a coin toss or decision as to which side of the field and who's going to have the ball first. It's a game-saving tackle down there on the Chun completion. The clock has sounded. Let's see what we're going to do here for the overtime period. Captains will again go out to meet at midfield. Kimball, Steves, Costin, Gonzalez for the Cougars. Vanderpool, Sams, Corpus, and Carrillo for the Tigers. Well, 48 minutes of action was not enough, and heck, why would we want to go home when these two teams are battling like this? 21 all after 48 minutes of regulation. We're going to go to the overtime high school playoff system. Again, both teams will get the ball. Both teams will have a chance to score. They will get the ball at the 10-yard line. If the first team scores, the second team will have to either match it or beat them. If the first team does not score, the second team only needs a field goal to win the ball game.
overtime period begins with a coin toss.
Okay.
Cougars won the toss.
Cougars win the toss. So that Escalon defense will be back out on the field at the 10-yard line. And I believe the teams will alternate after this. So if both teams score and it goes to a second overtime, I believe Escalon will start with the ball next. But in the meantime, let's see how many points we can light this scoreboard up with right now in the first set of overtime. Corpus in shotgun. Sends Turner in motion as we started the game with. Same play we started the game with. Turner gets the ball. And he is hit hard. Andrew Zavala lays into Turner. Makes it 2nd and 9. Bailey Rodriguez, the fullback, checks in. D.D. Moore checks out. I believe they're bringing in the blocking back right here to give Sams a chance to do something with it in overtime. Tight formation by the Tigers. Toss. And it's a fumble. And it's a fumble recovered by Escalon. A fumbled toss gives the Cougars the ball. A field goal away from ending the Tigers season and sending them to Lincoln High of Stockton next week to take on Central Catholic.
Kick the field goal. We can kick it, win. Get it closer, get it
started. Now, all this stands between Escalon and a return to the section title game, place where Mark Luero has found home over the last 23 years, is a field goal. Chun drives ahead, gets it down to about the 6-yard line. Now, much as they did last week at Placer, they're probably finding a good place for Denise to kick the ball. And in motion, give to Chun off the left side. Gets down to about the 2-yard line. And we're talking about a simple point after try here. We'll see if they line up for it here on 3rd down or if they're going to try one more time. Third and 3. Tigers need some type of turnover here. Ball's going to go to Chun again. And they're gonna call it short. Timeout, Los Banos.
Timeout called for by the Tigers.
Timeout was called for by the Tigers before the play.
They called the timeout before the ball went up? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, they iced the runner.
So you can hear the color commentary beside me right now. Appears Los Banos iced the runner. Well, we just said it a little while ago. It's going to come down to a turnover or a penalty Unfortunately for Los Banos, it looks like that turnover is what's going to do the difference. Now they're going to try and get one of their own here. Or they're going to allow Coach Luaro to head off and seek his 10th section title. Here we go, going to run the same play to Chun. Met at the line. Stopped in the backfield. That gives Los Banos some hope here.
And Josh Priest brings them about 4th and goal.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Timeout, Escalon. And we're going to remind you, this was last week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was last week. Here we go, looking for a rematch, replay of last week. Ball looks to be down on the left side. Could be a challenging angle here for the right-footed kicker. Entire season for two teams on the line here. No good! No good, he has hooked it left. Los Banos survives the first overtime. Wide left. Overtime number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now we'll see. I believe we change into the field. 2-minute break. I believe we'll change sides. And you can see from our vantage point up here, the masses, the swarm of people on the Escalon side of the field making their way down towards the end zone area. As Escalon will start with the ball here first in the second overtime. .30 seconds left until we go to overtime part 2. Not quite sure, but it looks like the captains are lining up to meet once again. Time has expired, and captains appear to be getting ready to meet once again at midfield. Los Banos' defensive captains have chosen to stay down on the west side of the stadium.
The Tigers win the toss and defer to the Cougars.
And they have chosen to go to the same side of the field they were just at, so we're going to watch a whole swarm of people just make their way back down to the other side of the field now. So from the same side of the field that we just witnessed action, we will be back down for part two. All right.
First and goal from the 10-yard line for the Cougars.
First and goal. Play action. Has a man downfield. Can't quite get there, but looks like Kimball gets about 4 or 5 on that run. Kimball comes up hobbled on that play. Being the gamer that he is, though, makes his way back into the huddle. This would be a huge loss if they don't have Kimball to run this offense late in the game. So they're down around the 4-yard line. Give us to Chun up the middle.
Chun, the ball carrier.
They're going to mark him short right around the 1-yard line.
Along with your tail tackle, Beatty also in on the stop. Brings up a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from about the, well, they're going to call it the 2-yard line. They'll call it a long, long one. And Chun is in for the touchdown. And if he could have done that 10 minutes ago, we'd be done. So now Thomas Denise comes back out. Chance to put his team up by 7 and force Los Banos to score a touchdown. This is a great opportunity to learn the lesson of a short memory of an athlete. Coming back out to the same side of the field where he was just at. Huge extra point coming. And we're going to have a delay of game called. Going to make this a little tougher. Penalties and turnovers are going to be what ends up costing somebody this ball game, and Los Banos dodged the bullet with the turnover in the first overtime. Now Denise with what equates to about a 25-yarder. And this time he splits the upright, and it's true. And Escalon takes the 28-21 lead. Now it'll be Los Banos' powerful offense's turn to see if they can answer the call. And the entire Escalon student body has come out of the crowd and is lined up down near the east side of the field here, rooting on their Cougar defense. Barcelos and Turner out to the right. Moore and Sams in the backfield. Let's see if the man who brought him here, Sams, is going to get the call. Play fake. And Corpus is brought down right around the 8-yard line. Not quite sure if that was a busted play or. Either way, they're going to give him 4 on that, so 2nd and 6. Three plays to go 6 yards. Toss to Sams off the right side. And he's tripped up. But he looks to have gained a couple. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 5 now for the Tigers. 2 plays to gain 5 yards.
Goal from the 4-yard line.
Escalon scored in 3. Let's see if Los Banos can answer it in the same number. Turner split way out to the left. Look for a slant. Here it comes.
Touchdown, Tigers! For Mr. Turner.
And now looks like we're gonna get a timeout as Los Banos is gonna decide, do we win it or do we risk our season and go for 2?
Timeout called for by the Tigers.
So many weapons to choose from on that Los Banos offensive side. Got to believe that eventually when it is forced to go for 2 points that they do have plenty of options here. I'd imagine if it's not a set play that they're going to come up, lined up in their one-man swinging gate. Oh, Los Banos is going to come right out, lined up in a traditional kicking set. Snap is down, it's good, and the kick is good. We're going to a 3rd overtime. So now it'll be Los Banos' turn to start with the ball.
2 minutes.
2-minute break. See if we can get a change of scenery here and the team switch sides of the field or not. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're definitely getting your money's worth there at home. Probably tucked away in some cozy couch with a blanket on while we're freezing out here in Los Banos. But if you're at home, you're missing some good, hard-hitting, good football. I don't know what it shows up on the TV or computer screen, but it's been a good one so far. And we're not done. 45 seconds till the captains meet once again at midfield. First overtime saw Los Banos fumble a toss, and then Escalon lined up to kick the game-winning field goal, and Thomas Denise hooked it left. Second overtime saw Escalon score on a chun run on third down and go from the 3. And Los Banos answered with a quick strike touchdown from Corpus to Turner for 3 yards. And that gets us to this point where it is 28-28. Captain's back out at midfield. And the white hat is directing the start of third overtime. Los Banos will once again start with the ball.
Cougars win the toss. Defer to the Tigers.
And
Tigers will make first attempt. In the third overtime.
third overtime.
Third playoff semifinal game.
All right, here we go. The Tigers offense storms back out onto the field. 10 yards away from forcing Escalon to score a touchdown. Let's see what happens here. Turner split out wide right. Play action. Pressure coming from the backside. First play, touchdown Tigers. Corpus de Rico, 10-yard touchdown. Like we said, folks, this offense has so many weapons to choose from. Now Los Banos will line up in their swinging gate, point after with Turner as the set. And see if they snap it. Nope. Going to convert to a normal point after. And the kick is up, and it is good. Bebeto Robles kicks it through the uprights and gives the Tigers a 35-28 lead. Now it's Escalon's turn. 30 feet away from a game-tying touchdown. You got to believe with the way that this offense is set up, getting 3 or 4 yards of carry and into the end zone shouldn't be too tough for the Cougars. We'll see what they do with it.
Come on, D. Let him hear it, folks.
Robbins around the left side. Doesn't seem to get much.
Brought down by Dratel Blackwell. Gain of 1 on the play.
Gain of 1. 3 plays to get 9 yards here for the Cougars now. Los Banos need to stop, and they will be off to their first section title game in over 20 years. Robbins in motion. Gives to Chun up the middle. Still not on the ground. Finally, he's brought down to the ground around the 4-yard line. Gain of 5.
Brought down by Armando Paleo.
3rd and 3.
No black law, also no stop. Brings up by the 3rd and 4. Come on, folks, let him hear it.
9 feet away from tying this ball game up. LB crowds the box. Give us to Chun. And he gets nowhere.
Called by Josh Priest. And Nathan Vanderpool brings up on 4th down.
And this could be it, folks. 4th down and 3 for the Cougars.
Timeout call for by Escalon.
See what magic Mark Luero has in his hat tonight. Man who's been on the winning side of 239 high school ball games. Needs to get 4 yards to keep this ball game possibly going. Fourth and 4. 4s across the board. Ball on the 4. 4th down. 4 yards to go. 4th quarter still up on the board of this triple overtime ball game. This stadium has become raucous now here as we go into what could be the final game play of the game. Kimball giving some directions to Chun. And he's wide open over there. Zavala, touchdown, Cougars. Now the question, they're holding up the 1. Holding up 1, let's gonna kick this, and I believe the 3rd overtime is the last one where they can go for 1. Great play call there as they managed to fake out the defense with the fake to Chun. A lot of the attention turned then to Van Alvenslaven, and Zavala just cut across the end zone, wide open for a touchdown. And timeout, Los Banos.
Timeout called for by the Tigers.
Well, we've seen icing the runner in overtime now. We're going to see if they can ice the kicker.
Come on, you want to go home, don't you?
Are you sure? Good boy. I encourage him. I love him. No thanks. I can't wait
Well, perhaps some of you might have joined us from the Central Catholic broadcast, and we welcome you to the 3rd overtime. Escalon is now sitting last week's hero Thomas Denise out to the field to try and send us to a 4th overtime. And the kick is up and it's good, and we're going to overtime number 4. Overtime at number 4, and I believe Escalon will start with the ball.
2 minutes.
2-minute break in the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, Friday night
Okay.
high school football at its finest. There's not a better game in the state of California than right here tonight in Los Banos against Escalon.
Not sure if you heard that one, folks, but I gotta agree, this might be one of the best high school football games of the year.
There you go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to get word yet to see if what happens in the 4th overtime. See if we end up with the necessary go for 2.
I'd like to remind the fans to please stand clear of the field. Please step back towards the track. Stand clear of the field to all fans. Thank you.
All right, we are down and time has now expired in our 2-minute period. 2-minute rest period in between the overtimes. Captains head out to midfield. I believe this is just a formality here, as I believe now it's Escalon's turn to start with the ball. The score is now 35-35, and
The Tigers win the toss.
and so Escalon,
To the Cougars.
ball first, heading to the same direction.
The East end zone.
And the east end zone. This half of the field has seen plenty of scoring in the last 10 minutes. See if we can get some more going. Los Banos rushing defenders in and out of the field here. Philip Kimball leads his troops back out.
Cougars! Let's go! Who wants it more? Let's go!
Man in motion. Gives to Robbins, who's brought down in the backfield by Vanderpool.
Robbins brought down by Vanderpool.
Not the way you wanted to start this overtime period. Loss of 3 on the play, sets up a 2nd and 13. Again, if Escalon does not score here, Los Banos will simply need a field goal to send it to its section title game. Robbins is in motion. And Zavala again, off of his fingertips.
Campbell pass, falls incomplete. intended for number 83.
Now Escalon must go 13 yards in 2 plays, or possibly get within field goal range here, kick a field goal and see if they can hold the Tigers offense. As we head to over 3 hours of this game. A lot of tired young men out on that field playing right now, giving it everything they have to try and get to that section title game. And Albanslaven is covered by Moore up top. Chun looks to have open room on the outside. See if they give it to him. Touchdown! Little swing pass out to Chun. 13 yards for the Escalon touchdown. And Denise is walking back out on the field, so apparently they don't have to go for 2 yet.
We should always do this one. It's like a basketball game. It was 21-21. We started counting.
And Escalon has just scored as many points in overtime as they scored in the entire game. Ooh. And the kick is good. So now the pressure falls back onto the host Tigers. As now the Tigers must answer that with a touchdown of their own.
Way to go, Nate! Go defense! Good boy, Chun! Go, Flip! You want this shit? I got it.
All right, Los Banos is huddled over on their side of the field. They're going to send their offense out here. 10 biggest yards of their season once again here. Rodriguez, the lead back for Sam's. Turner and Moore split out to each side. Drop back. Ball's knocked down. Looks like it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, intended for Moore. Brings up second down.
Go, who wants it more? Let's go!
Losing ground or not gaining anything on first down didn't seem to bother Escalon on their last drive, so we'll see what happens with the Tigers as they send Moore and Turner out to the right. Give is to Sams. Sams is met at or near the line of scrimmage by Fernando Siniceros. Brings up third down. Third and about 8. Los Banos brings in more receivers here on third and long. They've shown that they can score quickly from anywhere. Corpus in shotgun now. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's looking. And incomplete. Incomplete. It looked like it went in and out of the hands of his best wide receiver, Keith Turner. And we are down to this, 4th and 9. 27 feet separating these teams from going to a 5th overtime or sending Escalon back to the section title game. And we have a timeout on the field. Timeout Los Banos. This game looked to be in the Tigers' grasps early in the second half as they went up by a touchdown. Got the ball back and were driving. But turnovers and penalties have plagued them this half. Kept Escalon into the ball game. Allowed them to drive down and go into overtime. And here we are in the 4th overtime. 4th and 9, 42-35. You can see from the picture all of the Escalon fans gathered down there waiting to see if this is their chance to storm the field in celebration or if they'll have to sit and watch another overtime. Or if Los Banos can score and go for 2 possibly and win the ball game. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the biggest play as yet of the season for the Tigers. Corpus drops it back, pressure on him. He's going to get the ball away to a wide open, and it's dropped. It is dropped. The Cougars win. The Cougars win. Escalon will be taking on Central Catholic next week in the section finals. Good game, Los Banos. Great season. Good luck, Cougars.